This is a tune that Bob Dylan did on his Highway 61 album, Ballad of a Thin Man, and of course was done originally with piano, and it's a really easy little chord change jump to make on a piano, kind of going from an A minor to a D minor. On the guitar, this lends itself really well to the guitar, and so what I've done is put together a lesson on this at TotallyGuitars. It's part of the Target program there. And what we kind of cover in this is mostly, chord progression is pretty simple, so a bunch of normal chords in the key of A minor. But the interesting thing about the lesson and why it's an important song to learn is we really address strumming accompaniment patterns and even a few arpeggios in 12/8 time. So it's where you have to take beats, slow moving beats, and splitting them into thirds. Da, 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 da. So there's a bunch of parts to this lesson, and that's generally what it breaks down and goes into, is strumming in 12/8 time, and then of course we learn how to play the chords to Ballad of a Thin Man, really just two parts, well, an intro and a verse, and then a little bridge that is much easier than the intro. The coolest stuff is in the intro to this. So if you want to get started on it, the secret is an A minor chord. He does a capo to the 2nd fret. I end up doing the lesson without the capo, but it's just if you want to play along with him, the original is really in B minor. But in the lesson we take a look at it as A minor. And what you need to be able to do there is get from an A minor to a partial D minor just by leaving your 2nd and 3rd fingers where they are and moving your 1st finger to the 1st string and your 4th finger to the 2nd string at the 3rd fret. So 2 notes, 3 notes stay the same, including the open 5th string. So a nice little way on the guitar to do that lick. Anyway, that's all covered in more detail in the lesson, as is everything else that happens in the song. So if you'd like to check it out, come visit us at TotallyGuitars.